So here at Mary Hennessy Celebration of Life, you can see there's the catering van. It's quite a lot. Donuts and deli. And we're just gonna head in. It's a very rainy day, but it's gonna be a celebration regardless. So here we are inside Building 8. There's a little bit of classical music down that way. I'll show you in a second, but let's check out the guitars. I like that one on the right. Oh, that's a nice amp. And that is a nice guitar strap. Little saxophone. You got your flowers, nice podium, and your classical over there. We're going to pretend it's not going to do a vlog with lots of people watching, but we're at Mary Hennessy Celebration of Life, and I think it's fitting that I go because it's kind of going to be a good farewell, I would say, and double entendre on that one. After having enjoyed many Mary's Donuts over and over and over again for a number of years, I think it's only fair that I show up and celebrate all the good that she did here in this community, and kind of just get to know the community a lot more before one day it may not be anywhere near it. So I'm going to enjoy it while I can, I would say. We'll see how it goes. I like the classical music. It's a great way to enter a building. So there's some suggested donations, and we have really nice pictures over here. Maybe I'll get a better close-up of that in a little bit. There's Mary right there for those who haven't seen her. I did sign the book over there. I guess I should have got a video of my message, but you can imagine what I talked about. But I like this that you can write on the table. I might do that. Oh, I think this is a photo book. Yes, it is. Oh, wow. Nice. That's something to really look at. Wow, that's a good picture. That's cool. Global cooperation. What is this? United Nations? They just cover. Oh, just a backdrop.
So I'll put it on the floor.
That's a nice one. Very nice frame.
Do you hear sound?
And we're getting some videos set up here. That's gonna be cool. Here's the whole view of the place. I've never been in this building. It's Building 8.
So, Grandma, what do you think of all this? Grandma, well, you know I'm not a celebrity. Right. And what do you think? Grandma responds, as many of you have probably seen her do. I'm so pleased. You know that look? I'm so pleased. And we all know that when Grandma's happy, everybody's happy. I'd like to acknowledge at the outset just the extraordinary mix of people here present today. Family, friends, employees, customers, gym class buddies, and again, gym class buddies. Nicely done. I'd like to ask to sort of give us this collective sense of community, if you would stand and raise your hand when I hit your category. Okay? So, let's begin.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Yes. Awesome. All right. Mary was born in a small farming town in Minnesota, the only girl among 4 siblings. Raised alongside her 3 brothers in a family who treated her with deep love and respect, Mary grew up during a time when girls' roles were typically firmly set. She often recalled waiting for the school bus in her required skirt throughout the windy, snowy Minnesota winter as the boys all wore pants. After graduating high school, she left the farm, determined to escape the cold. At age 21, she met and married Donald Hennessy in Denver, Colorado. and they later moved to California, and together they raised 3 children. Mary was a very devoted and kind mother. Over her life, Mary developed a strong sense of the capabilities of women and girls. Like many women of her era, she initially deferred to her husband in most things. But in her 50s, Mary began to fully step into her own. She trained with Winchell's and became a skilled baker. The training was excellent, assisting her to gain the expertise necessary to run a business. In November of 1984, Mary took a bold step and purchased her own business in Santee. At the time, the sellers refused to sell to a woman, so the paperwork was done in her husband's name. The shop had a loyal, family-oriented following. When Mary became the new owner, customers felt it should reflect her presence. The name needed to change, and it should be hers. And so, at their insistence, the shop was renamed Mary's Donuts, cementing her place not only as the heart of the business, but eventually as a respected fixture in the community. The business flourished under Mary's leadership. Whether quietly covering the cost of a surgery, hiring legal help, or offering a timely loan, Mary's generosity was both practical and profound. Her kindness was deeply rooted and inspired lasting loyalty from all who were fortunate enough to know her. Mary's husband, Don, died in 2017, and as of last year, all 3 Minnesota brothers have passed on as well. With us today are her son, my dad, Mark, and daughter, Carol, who did lots of hard work for this, guys, and son-in-law, John, daughter-in-law, Juliet, 5 grandchildren, Blake, Nathan, and his wife, Emma, Kayla, Carrie, and Kelly, and her nephew, Kevin, and his wife, Michelle. If anyone wishes to make a donation in Mary's honor, the family has selected San Diego Promise, a program that provides tuition, fees, books, academic, and personal support for students within the San Diego Community College District. We have information of old flyers available on the table for y'all. Thank you very much.
Our friendship began in my early 30s when she surprised me by showing genuine interest and being incredibly helpful in planning my wedding, which was something that didn't resonate with my friend group at the time. Our bond deepened even more after I had my first child. I know every person experiences their parent in a unique way, so I can only share who she was to me. To me, she was wise, profoundly accepting, and remarkably spacious. While my father could often be critical and judgmental, my mother was the opposite. She came from a family rooted in kindness and acceptance. I remember traveling with her to visit relatives in Minnesota. At times, she'd slip into a bit of a city businesswoman attitude, so different from her brothers who had spent their lives on the farm. Yet, no matter how she behaved, her family always met her with warmth and unconditional love. Mom was bold and confident in herself. I remember when my kids were learning to boogie board for the first time, Mom in her 70s insisted on learning right alongside them. She wasn't one to sit on the sidelines. When our family began texting on smartphones, she got one too. She had no computer experience, but that didn't stop her. Many older people resist change, but Mom never did. She had confidence in herself and refused to be left behind. In so many ways, Mom didn't seem to age. Her mother's hair never turned gray, and neither did my mom's, nor my brother's. Her hairdresser, Linda, would add light streaks to create the illusion of gray. She had a skin regime that kept her face smooth. She exercised daily, kept up with current events, read constantly, went out to lunch with friends, and went to the donut shop 4 days a week. Only in her final months, when she had continuous pneumonia, did she stop attending her beloved exercise classes. Mom's perceptiveness always amazed me. Yet growing up, we were led to believe she wasn't very smart. My father came from a family where teasing and putting each other down was almost a sport, and I remember joining in without thinking much about it. It wasn't until I was in my 40s that I realized how intelligent my mother truly was. She ran their home, managed her own business, managed my father, and maintained her own independent life, all with calm capability and steely strength. I was stunned to realize how completely I bought into my father's story. When I watched her with my first child, I glimpsed the mother she had been to me. Patient, gentle, endlessly kind. As a grandfather, my dad was playful and entertaining. He loved his grandchildren deeply and brought laughter wherever he went. But Mom was different. She was hands-on, quietly observant, always helpful, and remarkably perceptive. She noticed what was needed without being asked. She listened deeply, and though she was very vocal, she also kept much quietly to herself. I'm forever grateful for the person she was with me. Non-judgmental, unconditionally loving, curious, generous, thoughtful, and considerate. Of course, she wasn't perfect. Mom had a temper. And it usually got her into trouble. When she suppressed her feelings for too long, they built up like a steam in a pressure cooker. Eventually, she'd explode. And in those moments, her anger was irrational. The feelings underneath always made sense, but the eruption itself could be destructive. Over the years, she paid a price for those outbursts. Most of us eventually forgave her, but it sometimes took a while. I've always seen my mother as an extraordinary gift. Not only the gentle, perceptive woman who raised me, but someone born poor with little formal education who overcame countless obstacles.
It taught me a whole bunch. So when she mentored me to get into the donut business and take it by the horns, she came down to me also. And I remember one of the finest things is she would come into the shop, and whoever's behind the counter, she would pull out a tray of donuts, because she was always kind of, as I would say, feeling the charming. And so she would find a donut that wasn't as fresh as she would like, and pull it out, and whoever was standing there, she'd say, "Hey, take a bite of that." And the employee would say, "Well, no, I'm not hungry." Well, if you aren't going to take a bite of it, why would you feed it to my customers? And she'd throw the whole tray out. So it was interesting until it happened to you. And it wasn't so fun at that point. She had a way of teaching people and giving enough room to grow and not only make mistakes, but learn and not micromanage at all. It was really a wonderful thing.
Share a couple of appreciations about my grandma and then play you a song on this violin that she bought for me. And this violin has been really special to me since I was in high school for a few reasons. Mostly, she didn't get the chance to buy my mom a really good violin when my mom was learning as a child. And so she bought me a good violin. And it wasn't just the violin, it was many other things. If there was a thing that she didn't have the money to do when my mom was growing up, like buy new clothes, then she did it for me. And I am so lucky. The other part I just feel so lucky to have, and maybe many of you experienced this as well, is just her intense interest in love and acceptance. She's the first person to die off the favorites list in my contacts in my phone. Just as someone that, she always wanted to hear from me, no matter what. If I called her, she would be happy. And she also didn't reject me when I didn't call her. Or when I canceled a trip, she let her opinion be known. But she loved me so much, and she was so much the captain of the Kayla fan club, that just brought me so much confidence and ways of being in the world, including she taught me that it's okay to be the worst in the Zumba class. So I'm really grateful for my grandma, and I'm going to play you a brief waltz. Oh. Excuse me.
politically yoked. I hate politics, so I don't ever talk about it. So I'm glad that Mom had somebody to talk to about that. And Mary is a real inspiration. I used to say, I'm 60, but I have a friend who's 70, a friend who's 80, and a friend who's 90 who's married, who were, you know, like my people I really look up to. And Mary was really special. Thanks.
Mary, as long as everybody else, only about 37 years. And believe it or not, I didn't first meet her at the Mission Gorge store. I don't know, John, do you remember she had a store at 41st and El Cajon Boulevard for a while? Nope, it was Mary's Donuts. She didn't call it Mary's Donuts back then. There was a couple by the name of Victor and Victoria Cadet that owned it, and she bought it from them. And the way I found out about this, and I'm going to tell you that she didn't have a trouble telling people, no, you can't do something. I was a police officer.
Eating too many donuts.
And you can understand the connection to the donut store. And so Victor and Victoria had this place, and we'd walk in and we use the restroom or get something to drink or whatever, no problem at all. So I walk in one day, and I got 12 years on the department, so you know what? I'm a big bad police officer. I work patrol, I work the investigations, and now I'm going to go in and use a facility. And when I walk in, I look, oh, there's a new baker here. And so I go through the place where you said put up the counter, and I hear this, where do you think you're going? Oh, I said, I'm going to go back and use the restroom and whatnot. And she goes, what makes you think you can walk in here and just do whatever you want? And then being the big bad policeman that I was, I said, well, I have permission from the owner. She goes, well, I'm the owner and you don't have permission anymore. So guess what? I wasn't as big bad as that big bad baker. And so that actually set us on a new standing with each other, and we actually got along after that. And for many, many years after, I moved to Santee, always in the donut shop on Mission Gorge Road, on Carlton Hills, and you know what? We became very good friends, and to this day, I can hear, I think of one thing, for instance, the weather. People are like, oh, bad weather today. Mary would say, this is good weather. You know why? It's cold, it's wet, people are going to buy donuts and coffee.
That's right.
Yeah. I just want to make it official. And then she met my son Joel through me too, and we became part of her life and friends forever. Thank you.
1, 2, 3 more.
We're together. I'm not.
We'll have 1 and 2 together. 2 more here.
Okay. Hi, my name's Laura Koval, and my husband and I moved to Santee in 1991, and that's when we had our first Mary's Donut. And I mean, there is no other, right? Mary's Donuts is absolutely the best donuts I've ever had in my life, and I'm sure the best you've ever had in your life, and what I feel passionately about that. But when we had children, 2 daughters, you know, every road trip we ever had started with Mary's Donuts without fail. And it's probably not good parenting, but my husband delivered the reader, and that was a delivery you did overnight. And before my girls were in school, he would take them with him, but the end of the night or the morning with Mary's Donuts. So it's meant something to us our whole life. And I live right across the street from Mary's Donuts, so that's awesome in the best way. But when Mary passed away, I initially just immediately texted my daughters to let them know. You know, we feel like she's part of our family, and their dad passed away last year of cancer, and we had his celebration of life at Santee Lakes, and the dessert that we knew we had to have was Mary's Donuts. That's how much it means to us. So we all miss Mary. She led a wonderful, amazing life. I love hearing all the stories today. And thank you so much for having this memorial here today.
My name is Andy Ladner, and I lived with Mary and Don. They had a little casita, and at the time I was kind of between addresses, and Juliet had to interview me and make sure that I would be a good person to live in the casita, and they've all become my family. I love them all, John and Carol and Mark and Juliet and their children, and I love listening to the violin. And in case you didn't know, John and Carol and Kayla and Nathan all play the violin, and she would really love having them come to Mary's Donuts and play at the holiday time. And I also knew Brian, of blessed memory. And I just feel like I'm part of the family. Today I'm wearing Mary's scarf and Mary's earrings. Kelly let me come over the other day and pick out something of Kelly's, of Mary's. And she'll always be with us. And I'm glad she's free now, and I'm glad she's with God.
I miss her. So if my friend Karen will come up with me, we are going to sing it together. Now, some of you may recognize the tune. And last night we were sort of running through the song, and the tune is to the tune of the Beverly Hillbillies. Now, the best part of the evening was when we sang the song, two of the people in the small circle, dear family members, had heard it in a different context, but not Beverly Hillbillies. So for those of you, let me just see it. Before we start, you're going to want to come right in with the Beverly Hillbillies theme song once this gets started. How many know the Beverly Hills theme? There you go.
It's tough to remember.
The words are different. Words are different, but hum along.
Yeah, the words are very different. Okay, can you hear back in the very back? Yes, both. Okay, all right. Well, come listen to a story about a merry true, a San Diego business maven with a good heart through and through. A Minnesota daughter and a farmer going back. Traded in the hoe for a wire cooling rack. Donuts, that is.
Organic.
Nutritious.
Delicious.
Absolutely.
Well, a daughter, mother, sister, grandma, wife, and cousin too. An aunt, a niece, a so fine in-law, to a lucky few. At 94 she shared her love, her guiding wisdom too. Her smile a gift, a shining heart that touched deep me and you. Authentic, that is.
The real deal human being.
Well, you never know quite what she thinks, retiring and shy. Timid, bashful, understated, lets all things go by. Mellow, quiet, no opinions. If you think this true, surprised you'll be when truth comes hurling crisp and straight at you. Fire, that is.
Tempered.
Mostly. How blessed we are for Mary's presence across so many years. Joys and triumphs, gains and losses, gaieties and tears. Her life a gift that keeps on giving to a world in need of human beings being human. Mary's strength indeed. So many touched, that is.
In so many ways.
That's a long theme song.
Legends passed from earthly life, but not so hearts and minds. Pleased she'd be to see us gathered across all humankind. Listen for a moment, and you'll hear her precious laugh resounding through the heavens, her joyful epitaph.
Yes.
Rest in peace, dear one.
Everybody get a refreshment and some food in the back door out there, and visit the table as well.
I gotta get food through all this every time. There's the food room with a long line. We got all kinds of stuff. I should be able to find something good. I know, I have to tell my husband. Here's the smorgasbord. Who knows how much I'm actually gonna eat, but I will eat that for sure. And the fruit I'll eat, and I'll drink the coffee, and I'll definitely eat donuts. There's actually a donut within the flowers. Right outside the newer location. Apparently she had 3, and that's the newest finished after a very long time of fun. We were looking at the pictures while listening to the music and had shared a good meal. I mean, I got more than my fair share.
Guys,
sure.
you're awesome! Thank you!
Everybody enjoyed it. So I enjoyed my meal with Laura Koval and John Minto on the council, coincidentally, but also good people to talk to, and then some other nice women here that really took up Laura's time. Wouldn't even let anyone else ask a question. That was okay. You know, somebody had to keep John company. I guess it had to be me, you know. He's the only person that has anything negative to say about him. You know, give him a hard time. But anyways, it was good. I had the memories, and we got one more song. There we go.